Hello and welcome to this Instagram live. I'm just going to let me know that you are here. And for those of you new to me, hi, I am Leah Hine and I am a yoga teacher and a YouTube coach. So unlike regular YouTube coaches, I will actually help you build your channel so that you can get those leads and turn them into paying customers. We make YouTube funnels to get people in and turn them into customers. So today I'm talking to Nikki about nervous system regulation and how you can use that in your business, which is really important when you are doing what I do and showing up on camera, on YouTube, and putting your face out there for the world. You want to show up with a calmed nervous system because that's really going to help your business. Okay, I'm just going to double check that Nikki can come in here. Hi, I don't know why it said you're unable to join. I'm just going to invite you again. Hopefully it will work this time. I don't think, here we go. Perfect.
Oh my goodness, it's happened. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Amazing. But thank you so much for joining me. I'm looking forward to talking about this. So I was just saying that you help people with nervous regulation and how that can be really good, especially for my students on my Instagram, because we're focusing on YouTube and showing up on camera is really important. So yeah, do you want to give us a quick introduction?
Thank you so much, Leah, and to anyone who's watching this live on the replay. I am Nikki, and I'm a nervous system regulation coach. That is the work I do in the world, and I help female entrepreneurs, female leaders who are running businesses or sometimes leading organizations, and they have gotten to where they've gotten by living their life in a certain way, with lots of overthinking, lots of overworking, lots of sometimes just wanting to make it perfect. And that has gotten them to a certain place. It's gotten them results, but it hasn't been without some heartache and some physical, some mental, some emotional strain that kind of comes with always trying to get it right. And so I really help them to still show up in their business, to play big, to win big, but to do so in a way that means that they're not getting sucked in by a whole ton of overthinking, second guessing, over planning, and then burning themselves out. And sometimes they find themselves in this position where they're like, I know I want to do this thing, but until I know that I can win or that it's perfect, I'm not going to do it. So they hold back, and it's time for that to change. So if anyone resonates with that, like, you're not alone.
I love that. That is so true. Like women put so much on themselves that their nervous systems are shot. So
100%.
yeah, we really need your help, especially if you are somebody who's doing an online business and you're showing up on camera, because stuff like this can come across on the screen as well, can't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Amazing. So today, could you give us like a quick, I want to say like 5 to 10 minute talk on how we can start to regulate our nervous system, just so that people watching, if they're interested in going further with this as well, they can come and work with you. But just to give us a little bit of insight in, why we need to do this and how to actually get started in it.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, first of all, like, someone may be thinking, what the heck is the nervous system? Right, what is it? Does it make me nervous? No, is the first thing to say. So we all have one. And there is a part of our nervous system that's automatic. It's our autonomic nervous system. And there's obviously the central nervous system, but I'm not going to go into the biology of it all. This is really about, this is our control center. This is the thing that is taking care of all the aspects of our humanness, all the things that keep us alive, right? So our breathing, our digestion, our respiration, our heart rate, all those things that without them we wouldn't be sitting here talking now, but also how we think, how we feel, how we move, how we show up online in our businesses. That has, or that is impacted by the state of our nervous systems. When we say the state, what I mean is your state in a place where things feel kind of calm and okay, you're okay to engage with your audience? Or is it thinking is your nervous system preparing for a threat that it perceives? So, for instance, this may not be a real threat, somebody chasing you, somebody burgling your house, but it could be showing up and putting your first YouTube video out there. It could be launching your first video course, or whatever it is in your business, whatever you're doing, collaborating with another yoga instructor on a retreat, or whatever it could be. Think about your example. But if there's something in your past that when you showed up online or showed up and stood up in assembly at 7 years old and somebody said something awful and you haven't kind of processed that, the nervous system thinks, okay, well, whenever I stand up and there's an audience, it's a threatening situation and therefore I need to act accordingly. So it does things to protect you, and it will do things in such a way that you might avoid going online. You might have the video sat in your draft and not publish it for way too long, or do 15,000 takes when actually the second one was probably just okay. And because maybe you're afraid to take the messy action, you're afraid for your first video to be pale in comparison to your 21st. And it should. You should look back on your first video and cringe. You should go, oh my goodness, I can't believe that was me, because you've grown, because you took the messy action. But the 21st video would never happen if you didn't take the first. And so to get back to your question, because this is quite a long one, but I guess if our nervous system believes that there is a threat, it will act accordingly. And it will be in either a state of running away or running towards, like forcing, pushing, controlling, or it'll be in a freeze. It'll be like, I don't even know what to do. I can't even get my script together for the video. I'm trying to give examples that are relevant to your audience, but this is the thing. If we're in that survival mode for too long, then it impacts our ability to shine and to sort of show our great work. But I think the thing that I just want to finish off is just that actually these survival states are needed. They are not evil, they are not wrong. They keep us alive at times when we need to run away or we need to freeze because it's the safest thing to do. So it's not like about vilifying when you feel this way. It's just, if you feel this way all the time, that's when we want to shift out of it.
Mm-hmm. And doing something new always makes you a bit nervous and anxious anyway, doesn't it? So the more you do it, the better you do get. And I do tell people that, because at the start of my YouTube journey, like you said, my first videos, oh my God, they're so embarrassing. And I did actually delete a couple of them because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that's me. Delete. But over time, over years, they have just, improved so much. And it's all about that getting started. And if it's an online business, you have to show up. You have to be there for people. You have to put your face out there. So yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of faceless like YouTube channels and stuff like that now, but I personally believe if you want an online brand, it's all about getting your face out there and being confident with it as well.
Yeah, and I think as you rightly said, was the piece about being a beginner. So if your nervous system senses that going online and showing up on video is a threat, then the work to do is to show it that it's safe, even if it feels hard. Mm-hmm. Because once it feels safe enough, it will just allow you to do the thing. And so there's a mixture of mind, body, and breath work that needs to be done. The mind needs to feel okay to go on there and say what you're saying. What the breath can do is it can just slow down the physiological symptoms. So by slowing down your heart rate, your blood pressure, by just getting those signals, then the body goes, oh, okay, if it was a threat, then I wouldn't be slowing down my breathing. I wouldn't be sort of having a different posture even. So we can almost trick the body by slowing down our breath and changing our posture, even if we feel absolutely petrified inside, staring at the camera. And so we get to do that to show the nervous system that it's safe to do the thing that we're finding scary and we're finding hard.
Yeah, and these tips are great for, like, when you're recording and you've got your camera there and it's like in the present moment. Well, how would you help somebody like long term if this is something that they keep trying, like every time they're turning on the camera, they're slowing down their breath, their nervous system is slowing, but it still keeps happening every single time they go to record. Like, would you just say stay consistent with that, or is there something else that you teach like a little bit longer term?
Oh, yeah, definitely longer term. Obviously, there are short term things, but actually, if this is something that you really haven't looked at, then it makes sense. So the method that I use with my clients is called Survive to Thrive, because it's about taking you from the survival mode to where you can feel like, okay, this is okay, I got it. So we have to start with awareness. We have to start with getting more aware of the state that our nervous system is in by picking up on signals of the change in the breathing, the changes in our other physiology, and in our thoughts, in our feelings, to start to get a picture of, am I in that lovely state of calm and connection, or am I feeling like I need to run away, run towards, or freeze, or shut down. So until you start to pick up on the signals of your own body, you won't even know that you need to shift anything. We have to start with awareness, and that takes time to learn, your own, almost your own map of how your body shows up, because yours will show differently to mine. And so we start with awareness, then we look at how can we regulate. Once we know what your default stress response is, because we all have a thing that we do. Some of us run the heck away, some of us freeze, some of us go charging like right in, like a bull in a china shop, right? So there's no point in me saying, giving you a generic one size fits all. Like, this is why the work I do is all about how can I help you to understand your nervous system and then select the right tool that's going to help you, rather than watching some YouTube video that someone says do 4-4-4 breathing, and that may not be what you need. And so that's
Yeah.
why we need to understand it. So we start with awareness. When we know what our default is, when we know our body, then we regulate, and we use a mixture of mind, body, and breath tools. And then we need to take the stretchy, messy action by
Yeah.
using the tools, maybe so that you can do what you can to show up on camera, right? Doing what you can. And then if you find that you're feeling really stressed out after that camera experience, then what can you do afterwards to bring your body down? How can you kind of dampen down whatever has risen up throughout that ordeal of your, making your YouTube videos? So it's about awareness, regulation, and expansion. And if we just do the awareness alone, nothing changes. But we need the awareness to be able to regulate the nervous system. But it's not just about being calm, it's about expanding the amount that you could hold as a business owner. And that takes intentional practice to do that. Messy action is how I like to call it.
Yes. Yeah, I love that.
Mm, mm,
Yeah, that is amazing. And when you said about afterwards as well, that's
mhm,
something that a lot of people don't think about.
mhm.
Like I always think about that. It's like getting ready for the camera, but actually it's how you feel afterwards as well, because you have to kind of bring yourself back down as you're in that energy that's like up all over the place. So
You have to, because we are not meant to be in states of heightened stress throughout the whole day. Like, that is not how we are built. But just in this society, in the way that we maybe have taken things on, we feel like we need to be go, go, go. But actually, we need to go down. We need to be able to rest. But if the nervous system is not used to that, you will feel like that is like having a spoonful of cinnamon, like without any water. Not very nice, right? Dry and uncomfortable. And so this is why the work needs to be done to show the nervous system that it's safe to speed up, to slow down, to pause, to go at different speeds. And when you can do that, what you're essentially doing, for anyone who's watching, we've got a couple of people watching, is you are allowing your body to refuel. Just like you refuel and charge your phone, your car, your EV vehicle, we need that too. And so, but if you're not used to it, rest will feel like an absolute ball ache. But we have
Mhm.
to show the nervous system that we can rest and we can rise. We can do both. Like, you can't have one without the other, because you'll crash and burn inevitably at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Amazing. And just for anybody watching or who's watching the replay as well, like you said, everybody needs something different. So if you find some of these nervous regulation techniques that don't seem to match with you, look for something else because I've seen that before when someone, especially being a parent, sometimes I get a little bit stressed and then someone's like, oh, just take some deep breaths. And I'm like, I don't want to take deep breaths right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all
Yeah.
about finding something that's right for you. So do you do like one-to-ones or what's your way of working with people just in case anyone watching is looking for something?
Oh, thanks so much, Leah. So there's a couple of ways at the moment, actually. The first way is something that I literally just launched yesterday. It is called Get Your Shizzle Done. Okay, so this is for the person who's like, they're not afraid to take action. They've got this amazing idea probably in their Google Doc in their not in their notes app. It's sitting there. It could make magic in the world, but they're not doing it because they're waiting for it to be perfect. They're waiting to get it, for it to be tweaked and refined even more. And it's like, no, we need to get it out in the world. But sometimes our nervous system isn't helping us. So I've got a one-to-one high touch container. I've got 5 spots at a really, really good rate. Check my stories. And that is for the woman who's like, I've got this thing. It's in my notes app. It's in my Google Doc. And I want to get it done. So get Shizzle done. We actually work together to get this done. And then finally, the second way is a bit more longer term. I've got an 8-week group coaching container called Breathe, Lead and Thrive. And this is the real foundation for the woman who thinks I've gone all the strategy, I've done all the productivity hacks, but I'm actually not able to implement all this stuff that I'm actually taking on. And often it's because we're not doing the inner work. We're trying to get somebody else to tell us what to do when actually, if we connected with our own bodies as leaders, as women, then we would actually be able to tap into the gifts that we have. It's just that we're always looking outside. We need to look inside, do this inner work so that we can take the steps, so that we can hold more clients, more money, more success, more impact. If we don't build our nervous system to do that, we will self-sabotage our way out of every single thing. Even when it's going good, we'll find a way to like shut it down. And so we need to work on the nervous system to thrive. So yeah, if anyone is interested in any of those, reach out to me, check my stories. Thank you so much, Leah, for the opportunity just to share that as well.
That's okay. Yeah, amazing. So yeah, anybody watching, go and check out those. And if you want another way to kind of calm your nervous system with content creation, come and check out my YouTube stuff as well, because that is exactly why I'm doing the YouTube stuff, because I want business to be a little bit easier and a little bit calmer. So yeah, go and check that out as well. And thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much. If anyone has any questions for us, then yeah, please do either put the comments underneath the replay or just get in touch with me if you have any questions.
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, Leah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.